A very good morning class. I welcome you to the new video of Valley Education. In this video we will be talking about chapter 2 and the name of the chapter is Punctuality and Success. Being punctual is basically means being on time. You are never late for any particular task. You are always on time, and that is one of the important traits you can say of a person who wants to be successful in his life. Or successful people, you can say, are always on time. They know what they have to do and when they have to do. So being punctual is very important to be a successful human being. Lack of punctuality is not only a sign of disrespect to others but also makes us miss great opportunities. Okay, so it means that it is not only a way or a sign of disrespecting others, but also at times you miss great opportunities when you are not punctual. For instance, let's say that there is a sale going on, or there's a competition, you can say. Let's go for the sale only. There's a sale going on and they say that we are having limited products, and you know that there will be a long queue in the store to buy those particular products as they are on sale. So if you will reach on time, you will be having that particular product in your hand, and if you will not reach on time and if you're not punctual about your time, you will obviously miss the opportunity to buy that particular product. Another example can be, let's say that it's your final examination, okay, and you are planning to leave your home by 7 o'clock so that you'll reach the school by 7:30 anyhow, but you left your home at 7:10. Now your plan was to leave at 7 so that you can reach your school by 7:30, but what happened? You are leaving the home at 7:10. You are already 10 minutes late, and now the school door closes at 7:40. You might not reach school at time. There might be some traffic in the way, so obviously you can miss your exam if you are not punctual or if you are not reaching on time to your school. So now let's read a situation here. You are waiting at the bus stop for your friend. He has requested you not to go without him. However, the bus arrives and your friend has not reached. As always, he is late. What do you do? So now your friend has requested you that you need to, and now the bus has already arrived and your friend is still late. So what will you do in this situation? Will you just board the bus or you will wait for him? Remember, being punctual is very important. So you will board the bus, and you know your friend is always late, so obviously you will board the bus. Now let's see the interesting story we are having in this chapter. This interesting story tells us how all the colors except black and white became a part of the rainbow because of their being always punctual. Now let's see how all the other colors except black and white couldn't be a part of the rainbow because they were never punctual, and all the other colors, since they were punctual enough, that's why they became a part of rainbow. Okay, the punctual colors. A long time ago, when it was the beginning of everything and even the planets and stars were still very young, they all went to God's school to learn how to work well. So they are talking about a time when this entire universe was not created, nothing was there how it is actually today, and even the planets and the stars were very young. So they all used to go to the God's classroom, God's school, where they used to learn how to work well, what they have to do and how they have to do basically. There was a special class which was everyone's favorite. Now there was one special class which was everyone's favorite. It has the most funny classmates. The class members were a bunch of rather happy and naughty colors. It was a very funny class, very interesting and interactive class. Why? Because their classmates were very happy and naughty. They were very happy going and naughty, mischievous kinds of classmates, and the colors were black, white, red, yellow, blue, green, violet, orange and indigo. These were the colors who were the classmates basically. They hope to grow up to be wonderful and useful colors, and this is what they were being trained for. And they all wanted to be, very useful and wonderful colors, and this is what they were actually trained for, to be wonderful and useful colors. Their main task was to become wonderful and useful colors, and for this particular thing only they were taking the training. Black and White were particularly naughty. They were so busy causing mischief that they were almost always late for the class. Now, the most naughtiest one were the Black and White. They were the most naughty colors, and they were always busy in mischief. Mischief basically means naughty behavior, okay? Doing something or the other thing so as to, irritate someone or to make fun of someone. So since Black and White, they were always causing mischief, so they were busy in doing such things, and that's the reason they always came late to the class. One morning there was a great commotion in the sky. The clouds, while practicing their raining, rained so hard that they created a terrible storm. Now, one morning, what happened? There was a great commotion. Commotion means noisy disturbance in the sky. What happened actually was the clouds, they were practicing how to rain. You know how they should it should rain. So while they were practicing, they rained so hard that it caused a terrible storm. It was a very bad storm. So since we said in the beginning of the chapter, then when everything was new, okay, so the stars, planets, clouds, colors, they all were getting training for how to be useful and wonderful in their jobs. So the clouds were also getting their training. They were also practicing how to rain, but they rained so badly, they created a lot of harm, that it was a terrible storm, and this left everyone depressed and sad. And they rained so badly that everyone got depressed and sad. Even when the sun started shining again, the world was not able to get over the storm and was still upset. Now what happened? The sun started, shining again, but still the entire world was not able to get over the storm because it was very terrible. It was completely disastrous, and people were still upset. God wanted to bring the smiles back on everyone's faces. Now, God saw that everyone was sad and they wanted to bring smile on everyone's faces. Now, let's see, what did he do? The only solution he could think of was to appeal to the colors, even though they were very young. Now, the only solution was that he could take help from the colors. Knowing this thing, even though that they were very young, God went to their classroom and found that all the colors were present except for Black and White. Now see, God wanted to make everyone happy and their face to be smiled back again. So he went to the classroom, the most favorite classroom of everyone's. So he went there and he saw that everyone was present except Black and White. They were as usual late. However, there was no time to lose and they could not wait for Black and White. Now, God wanted it to be, things to be sorted and back to normal again, and they were not having enough time. So what did they do? They didn't wait for Black and White. Thus, God told the other colors to do something fast, and he told the colors, you have to do something very fast. The colors ran down the corridor and flew into the sky where the clouds, ashamed of what had happened, were waiting. Now what happened? The colors, they ran into the corridor and they flew up in the sky where the clouds, they were ashamed. Ashamed means they were sorry for what they have done and they were waiting for something good to happen. So clouds were on one side, they were ashamed, and on the other side they wanted everything to be normal, wanted everything to be happy and back to normal again. So what did the colors do? They ran up into the corridor and flew up in the sky, and let's see what happened next. On their way up to the clouds, each color left a majestic trail. Now, when they were going up to the clouds, they all left a majestic trail. Majestic means awesome, and trail means a series of marks left behind. When you see in the sky a rocket or something, you can see there are certain kinds of lines or series of marks in the sky. In the same way, when the clouds, they were running back into the sky, they left a trail, a majestic trail. traveling side by side, the combination of all the colors was so striking and spectacular that smiles returned to everyone's faces and the world was happy again. Now each color was traveling side by side, they were just traveling all together, and this made a wonderful and spectacular scene, thus making everyone happy again. And it returned the word striking and spectacular. Striking means attracting, and spectacular means beautiful, means that combination of colors was so attracting and beautiful that it brought happiness and smile to everyone's faces in the world, and the entire world was happy again. Thus, it was decided by all that whatever the clouds overdid the rain, the colors would come quickly and make a rainbow. So, it was decided that whenever it will rain, okay, whatever the clouds will do, the colors will always come after and they will make a rainbow. Okay, whenever it will be raining, after that the colors will come out and they will always make a rainbow. So, this was decided. A little later, Black and White entered the classroom and found it empty. Now, as usual, Black and White were late to the classroom, and as they entered the classroom, they saw it was empty. They went out and saw everyone congratulating the other colors, and when they went out, they saw, that everyone was congratulating the other colors. And so they were a bit confused at what has happened. Black and White, because of their habit of coming late, were left out of the rainbow. And since they were late, they always came late to the class. Again, this time what happened? They were not present in the class. So the God ordered all the other colors to go and do something wonderful for the entire world. And since they were late, they couldn't be a part of the rainbow. From that day, they trained themselves to be punctual and responsible. And this particular lesson taught them to be punctual and responsible. They managed this so well that they too became very important colors. And they managed everything so beautifully and so perfectly that they also became very important colors. Colors, they play an important role in our life. Black and white. Life is completely... you can say it is not complete without these two colors also. Many of you love black like anything. You want everything in black. Black car, black clothes, black dog, black everything. Some of you want white. And see, white and black, they make the best combination with other colors. So they managed everything and they became punctual and also important colors. Now let's move to the exercise. Question time, page number 6. Fill in the blanks. The colors were being trained to be, yes, they were trained to be useful. Black and white were always late for class. Next one. On their way up to the dash, each color left a dash. On their way up to the clouds, each color left a majestic trail. The combination of colors in the sky was dash and dash. It was called a dash. Yes, the combination of colors in the sky was attracting and beautiful. So we use the words striking and spectacular, and it was called a rainbow. E part. Black and white became important after they trained themselves to be punctual and responsible. Yes, they became important colors after they trained themselves to be punctual and responsible. Next. Match the columns to complete the sentences. Now you have matched the following. Make sure you are not making lines in this. You are simply writing A, B, C, D. Okay. First one. Planets and stars. Yes. Planets and star. Yes, they were still going to school because they were very young at that time. The clouds had, yes, what they had done? They had rained very hard. Write B in front of 3. C. The world was depressed and sad. D. Black and white were particularly naughty. The habit of coming late made black and white suffer. So the correct sequence is CABED. I am repeating the sequence again. CABED. Time to think. Punctuality trains us to plan the time we need to complete a task. We can then perform our work correctly and efficiently. A person who respects time is careful with every minute of it. He or she is always punctual, completes the given work within the specified time, and is therefore a dependable person. We should be punctual not only in work but also in our commitment to time given to someone. It is rude to keep another person waiting. It not only wastes time but also spoils our impression on the person who has been made to wait for us. The first line we can say that punctuality means that you need to train yourself and you have to be on time in doing all your tasks. You have to complete all your tasks on time. But just think of a situation when you're asking your friend to meet you at a particular time and he doesn't reaches on time. What will you do? You will be like really not happy about this thing. You will be having, oh, this man, this person is always late and this thing. So it's not only about doing all your tasks at time, but if you have committed someone that I will meet you at this point of time, you should be there at that particular time. Okay, so even if you're planning to leave by 11 o'clock, you can try and leave by 11:50 or 11:55. At least you're having 10 minutes or 5 minutes grace in your hand. You might get some traffic in your way. So you should always be punctual and you should always be committed if you have given time to someone, because first impression is the last impression. If you are coming late, obviously the person will not wait for you next time, or he might do one thing that today, for example, you came late to the particular spot, and your friend will be like, he always came, he always come late, so last time also he came late, today also I will not go early, I'll go late only. So this will be a kind of impression, bhai isne hamesha late aana hota hai, so I will also go late. So make sure be punctual not only in completing your task but also if you have given time to someone, be committed to that time. Make sure you are reaching or you are meeting that person at the very same time which you have already informed. Okay, so discuss in class how you felt when you had to wait for someone for a long time and what did you learn from this experience. So now you can discuss it with your parents, with your siblings, that how did you felt and how did you feel actually when you were supposed to wait for someone for a long time, and what did you learn from that experience. Okay, so you can discuss it with your parents or your siblings. Next, okay, time for a reality check. Now Smita is a very punctual girl. She gets up early and plans for the day. She carefully packs her bag and gets ready for school. She finds that planning her time helps her in many ways. She has time to study and play. When it's time for exams, she is not scared or nervous. Now we are having an example of a girl. Her name is Smita. She is very punctual. Okay, so she gets up early in the morning. She plans for the day that this is what I have to do. And she even packs her bag very carefully and she gets ready for the school. She finds that planning her time helps in many ways. When she is planning according to her time, it is very helpful to her and she gets a lot of time to study as well as play. And now it's time, whenever it's time for her exams, she is not scared nor she is nervous. Now Smita's classmate Gopal never plans his work and is always late. Now there is another boy, Gopal. He is Smita's classmate. He never plans and he is always late. He reaches school minutes before the school starts. Okay, for example, if the school is about to start at 7:50, he will just reach the school by 7:49 or 7:40, just a couple of minutes before the school starts. In the class, he realizes he has forgotten to bring his pencil box. He has to borrow everything he needs from others. He wastes time and in the end can't finish his work because he runs out of time. He is always stressed and nervous. Now what happens? Gopal is always late. He never plans accordingly, and one day when he reached school, he found that he has forgotten to keep his pencil box, and now he was asking some of the other thing from his classmates. So he was actually running out of time and he couldn't complete his work. This happens with him usually, and very often this happens with him, and he's always stressed and nervous about it because he's always running out of time. He couldn't complete his work, and during the exams, if your work is not complete, so from where you will study? So this thing was happening with Gopal. Now work in groups and discuss why Gopal should try to be punctual and how he can try to use his time well. Use the points given below and add more points of your own. So here certain points are given that what Gopal should do, and he should be punctual as, okay, and you can add 2 or more points on your own. First, Gopal should be punctual as he won't have to rush and forget things in his hurry. Okay, Gopal should be punctual as he will not disturb all the others in class. Then Gopal can be punctual by getting up early in the morning, and Gopal can be punctual by learning to plan his time. Now let's add 1 or 2 more points. Gopal should be punctual as he will never run out of time, and he can complete his work. Gopal can be punctual by keeping his things. You can just add different suggestions, okay, and what Gopal should do to be punctual as, and what Gopal can be punctual by. Okay, moving further. Okay, so it's a diary time again. Write why you would like to be punctual like Smita. Okay, now you have to write that why you want to be punctual like Smita. So you will be writing the date when you will be doing this particular homework. Today we spoke about being on time. I would like to be punctual like Smita because I want to manage things. I want to have more time to play and study. And what else you can write? I don't want to get nervous or scared at the last moment during my exams. I want to complete my work on time. So you can use different ideas and different things which you want to do while being punctual. So if you will be punctual, you will be able to achieve certain things. So you can write those things here. Make sure you are completing this particular work also. Now, your time. What will you do in the given situations? Tick the correct option. You have to tick the correct option in these particular situations which have been given to you here. First one. You love the games period in school and want it to last as long as possible. You are in the middle of a game when the bell rings for the next period. What will you do? Okay, so this is something which is very common and relatable actually. So all of you want to spend more time playing outside during your sports periods or game periods, and you're just in the middle of the game and suddenly the bell rings, making it giving you a, you can say, hint that your period is over now. So what will you do in this situation? Carry on playing for another couple of minutes, or go for your next class because you should be punctual? What you will do? You will go for your next class because you should be punctual. Next one. Your bedtime is 9:30 p.m. Your parents are out for dinner. It is now 9:30 p.m. What will you do? Yes, you should be asleep by 9:30 and your parents have gone out for dinner and it's already 9:30. What will you do? You will go to bed punctually, or you will play for half an hour more as mommy and daddy are not there? You should go to bed punctually. Put together. Reward yourself for being on time. Create a sticker chart for a month to track the number of times you are punctual. Every day add a smiley sticker when you are on time and a sad sticker when you are late. After every 1 week, check the chart. Treat yourself to a new book, an ice cream, or a pizza if you have only smileys in that week. If not, wait till the next week. So this is a very cute and small activity which has been given to here. You can do this activity at your home. You can just prepare a chart, and every week you will reward yourself. If you are doing something good and that too on time, put a smiley. And if you are not doing the task on time, you will put a sad smiley. Okay, so if in the whole week you are getting smileys, happy smileys, then you can give yourself a reward. You can buy an ice cream or have a pizza, something like that. And if you are not having all the good happy smileys and you're having sad smileys also in that particular week, so you will wait for the next week. Okay, and this will actually help you to be punctual. Okay, next, Alfred the Great was one of the kings of England. The days when he was ruling, there were no clocks. Okay, so we are talking about Alfred the Great. He was the one of the kings of England, and when he was ruling, there were no clocks. He divided the 24 hours we know of into 3 periods of 8 hours each. So what did he do at that time? He just divided those 24 hours into 3 different periods, each period containing 8 hours. He got special candles made which burned for exactly 8 hours. Now he got some special candles designed and made which usually used to burn for exact 8 hours. This helped him to keep track of time, and this actually helped in keeping track of time. Timing his work was so important to him. Doing all his work according to the time was very important to him. All over the world, people thought of different ways of measuring time. Okay, so now there were different ways in which people used to measure time. Some used to take the shadow, consider the shadow of a particular object, if it is small, if it is long, if it is dark, if it is light. Depending upon that, they used to track the time. So different measures were being considered for measuring time. The picture shows a sundial which is used to read time. Can you think of other ways in which time was measured? Find the information from the internet. So this is, you can see, a sundial. I hope many of you have gone to Jantar Mantar in Delhi. There is something, a sundial thing, monument over there, in which you can, through which you can actually measure time, that what is the time right now, because it is something same built like a sundial, and whenever the sunrays fall on that particular monument, the shadow actually shows the time. So if you haven't visited Jantar Mantar, I suggest you, whenever things are fine, okay, whenever we are out of the pandemic, just make sure that you are once visiting Jantar Mantar and finding that particular monument over there, which will actually tell you the time, and that to correct time. So I'll see you in the next video. Please make sure that you are completing this chapter, and all the very best for your exams. Good luck.